and this is Raya from Oh Flossy. So, and we're here at New Directions to talk about Raya and her amazing Oh Flossy. Look at this, makeup kits. So I'll just give you a look inside and then we'll have a bit of a chat. So here we have the makeup and we'll have a bit of a closer look. Looks really posh, really cool. Nice little thing. Love that little soft closure. It's like a IKEA drawer.
Yeah.
I really like it. So
no fingers getting stuck inside closures with
that's
this one.
right. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. So I met you, oh gosh, when did I meet you? It's quite a while ago.
Years ago, maybe end of 2017. I think I was quite heavily pregnant
you
at the
were.
time.
Yep. We have a thing here at New Directions called the help desk, and you know, clearly you needed help being what, 9.5 months pregnant or whatever it was.
I felt like it was like 100 months
Yeah,
pregnant,
that's right. But you know, we kind of tried to overlook that and focus on the things. And at the time, you were working on the lipsticks, I think, weren't you?
Yeah, the clear lipsticks. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a couple of little, you know, trying to get that right and so that you can launch. But that's kind of by the by, and that's just one side. What I was really fascinated and why I got Raya in today is that this isn't just makeup. This isn't just a cosmetic. This is a revolution. And I really think we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
I'll have to try and slow down as I start getting into the details of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea, what took you from being whatever you were before to being heavily pregnant and then making makeup for kids?
Well, the answer to the pregnancy is pretty easy.
Oh, God, yeah. I should know that. I'm a mother. Okay, we'll skip that part.
That just came after a bottle of wine.
Oh, really? Shh, don't tell him.
So, the idea behind it was my daughter was playing with my makeup and she just wanted to be mummy. And that's a really normal thing for both boys and girls to do because we're their main role in their lives. And I don't wear makeup very often. So when I would splurge and buy these nice makeup pieces, they were always very expensive. And after she ate my $60 MAC lipstick,
whoa,
it devastated me. And also stained her for days. And she broke out this big rash and it was just awful. So I went looking for a product that wouldn't make her skin, aggravate her skin, and that washed off with water and fitted into all these guidelines to make my life easier.
Sure.
And allowed her to play with the product as well. And I guess through all of that, that's what led me into the research side of things with Oh Flossy and realising I needed, and a lot of other mums need a product that replaces their product for their children, but also allows them that free imitation and play and not setting up those boundaries for boys in particular when it is actually a very normal thing for boys to want to dress up like mum, and if mum's the primary caregiver.
Sure.
So I really wanted to break down those barriers and create something that was safe, but also overhauled our cultural expectations around play.
That's really interesting. I think that's what's really kind of kept going around in my head every time I see you, and I'm excited when you come in, and you know, like I always answer your emails really quickly because I love you. Like I'm the fangirl.
I'm the same with you as well.
Yes, high five. We love each other. You didn't just want to make a product. You wanted to start this revolution, and that's not normal. That's quite unique, or rare, I should say, because you know, other people do it in different areas. But tell me more about that whole revolution side.
Yeah, I did not. I think I started Oh Flossy and had a lot of self-doubt as to my voice and my capabilities and what I was actually able to do with a very small platform. And
now, just on that, because I mean, people might be watching this already and going, yeah, well, that's fine. You know, maybe you've got $1 million in the bank, or you know, whatever. I mean, so you took a risk, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. We lived on pasta and rice for months while we were starting this up. We were investing we didn't have savings at the time.
Yep.
We bootstrapped the entire thing, and we actually started in massive debt because in our first 5 weeks, I was 9 months pregnant when we launched, and I thought it would not take off, and we had been shut down by PayPal in a 48-hour period because we had turned over so much money in our first few weeks that they thought we were money laundering. So we had to come up with this money to make the products that people wanted.
Yeah.
And PayPal were holding all of our cash, and so we were like, okay, so there's legs in this. People want the product, but we can't fulfill any orders because PayPal have shut us down.
People think you're gangsters. Oh, that's awesome.
So we went global. We went viral within the first 5 weeks, multiple times.
Wow.
Like, we made cosmetic news in all these different countries, and
that's crazy.
It was all about our messaging. So our motto is dressing up shouldn't mean growing up.
Yep.
And that's really what we stand by, is that makeup for children is just about play and imitation, and creating those creating stronger brain structures that will lead us into a more resilient generation of adults.
Yes.
So we need to double down on this time period and allow them to create stronger brains through this basic thing, but that our culture and our parents' culture have kind of overshadowed and put their own expectations on. And like, boys aren't told that makeup is only for girls until someone tells them. Until then, it's just what their idol uses to make themselves feel better.
Do you know, it's funny, I mean, my youngest, who's older now, I mean, I remember the odd time I'd pick her up from preschool, occasionally they'd have a dressing table full of makeup, and that would be the play activity for the afternoon, and it was typically the boys who were still there at the end of the day, because this was one of the only opportunities they had, I think, to actually explore those things. And as a chemist, I mean, I know how important texture, you know, squishing things around, rubbing things in, just all of that as a scientist, let alone the whole, you know, trying to imitate your caregiver or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's so much to it, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, even things like, one of the main things that my kids love to play is grocery shopping.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah, not now, they're old, but you know, when they were younger,
Yeah.
So cool.
And it's just, you take yourself that step back and realize that these are all just basic things that we have imposed our views on them. So play actually serves a huge purpose, and there was a study done. So I started working with Sydney Uni. There's a lab that they do research on cognitive development in children. And I started meeting up with their professor there, and he was amazing, and we would talk for hours and hours, kind of like what we do, where I go, I'll just be in for 10 minutes.
17 hours later.
Exactly. I'm like, okay. I've got so much information. And it was the same kind of thing. We just ended up developing all these theories and stuff together. Play and imitation and how important it is.
You told me a thing that sort of stuck in my head, and I've told everybody who will listen to me for more than 5 minutes about the study. Was it into serial killers?
Yes. So Stuart Brown.
This is big.
Stuart Brown is one of my all-time favourite idols. If I ever had a chance to meet him, I think I would pass out. A lot of people are like, if I meet this celebrity, for me it's Stuart Brown.
Okay.
So he did a study in the US based on 6,000 mass murderers, and
that's a lot of mass murderers. Oh my God!
A lot of mass murderers. The qualifiers were over 10 people killed in one isolated event. So, you know, school shootings, things like that.
Right.
So he interviewed them all. I think it was over a year or 3 years. And the one thing he found that they all had in common was play deprivation. And their neurological development had been stunted because they weren't allowed the option to play freely as children. So the different, so it comes from different aspects of, you know, military style parenting, whether the parents were had their own trauma that they were then flowing on to the next generation, various different things. But irrespective of what was happening, they were all deprived of
just
free
that
play.
creative free play, which brings us back to the makeup, which is a really accessible way that to get that free play opportunity out to children. So it's a pretty amazing backstory. I know there's so many different things and different avenues that we can go down there, but turning it into this, so in terms of New Directions, we were kind of like, you know, somewhere you'd come in and, you know, get a little bit of advice and stuff from, and then you've ended up with these beautiful products. So what goes into the stuff is only part of the story. It's also the packaging, the look and the feel, and like you said, the messaging. So how easy was that to get together with sort of like social media and awful yes, I could imagine. It makes working with a chemist sound like a walk in the park.
Oh, seriously, getting the products, like the ingredients and the actual formulas together was the dream part. And then it was just a nightmare. I think we spent about $30,000 on bad packaging over the last 2
you should have come here. You see, I told you that. Don't listen, don't go where she went.
I know.
No, not really. That's a and money is a big part of that, having that to spend and reinvest.
Yeah, and everything feels like a gamble, particularly when it comes down to, you know, we're just a small family-run company, and it comes down to whether or not my kids have food on the table that night or not. That's all it comes down to.
I think people forget about that when they are either watching a video at home and there may be a single parent, you know, somewhere, especially out in the countryside, and they're like, I can never do what these guys did. They're so lucky with blah blah blah. So many people I talk to who actually end up with quite a good, you know, business that ticks their boxes, whether it's financially successful for other people or not. They've done that they've overcome lots of hurdles and made lots of mistakes along the way. And I mean, I don't necessarily think you've made mistakes. It's more of a learning curve, isn't it? Not everything went well first time.
But we learn from mistakes. Like, you can't, if you're running a business and you haven't made a mistake in the development of it, then you ultimately won't have a product that I think will succeed, because we only learn through those failures and testing different things.
So social media took off. Instagram, quite important for you?
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of our customers will message us photos of their kids using it, their parents using it. You know, Halloween comes around and all the parents are in the Oh Flossy makeup because it's bright and colourful. And, which is really exciting. But the biggest thing for us is people messaging us, telling us how easy it has made their lives. Because we stick to what we set out to do, and that was a huge part of New Directions in the product development was what do parents want and what do parents need to make life easier. And
and what they wanted was washing off with water, I'm imagining. As you said in the beginning, the normal lipstick doesn't, it's designed to stay on. And then the safety element, so considering that. So their children's skin are more porous than ours, so they need safer ingredients than what would be fine for adults to use. Well, I'm guessing, I mean, with that side of things, I mean, kids are more likely to eat their products as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, not many adults start, you know, having a chow down on their lipstick really, unless they've left it on all night or something. But you know, the average sort of 3 or 4 year old would. And what sort of age group do you cater for, I guess?
So our primary demographic is 4 to 8. And because of that, I mean, pretty much every kid in my class, as in kindy, all tried the PVA, you know, taste that.
Oh my God, I love that stuff. And the white paint. I had this thing about licking the white paint. Oh,
we all do it.
All
of us.
Good, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
And that's one of the things with it being a non-toxic and natural product is that we have to expect that children will do that. And if it smells really good, then they're going to eat it. Or their little brother, you know, who's one and crawling around is going to find it and doesn't understand. And so we have to make it safe for everyone.
That's great. And I love the fact that it's cruelty free. So you're looking at that, Australian made. Obviously you guys are here. And creative. One of the other things you launched not long ago was the nail varnish. Those were really cool, good colours as well. So I think one of the
30 seconds, because that was our biggest we tested out like peel off nail polish and wash off, and we tested out all these different formulas that our lab had. And the one thing that everyone came back with was not the natural stuff or the peel off stuff, was that kids wanted what mummy had.
Yes,
and so if mummy was wearing it, they were automatically going to use it. So we had to create a product that mummy wanted to wear, and so the kid would want to wear it as well, but that it dries so fast because toddlers are so wriggly and smudgy, and so that's what we found was the winner, which surprised me actually.
That's cute. Look, I mean, it's more than cute. This is amazing. This is a great story of, you know, I think you're underselling yourself here a little bit with regards to what it takes to get to this point. I mean, becoming you know, a big success relatively quickly, especially when you're under so much stress, and you know, that's hard when you're having a baby, and then your baby had to have some surgery, which is another story, not for here. But you know, this wasn't all smooth sailing for you personally.
Oh, absolutely not.
But yeah, just getting all those boxes ticked and getting to this point is amazing. And you know, I know, and you know, you have exciting things to come, but that's for later.
Yes.
We'll just keep on holding that, you know, holding those kids, giving them lots of space to play, and encouraging them to express themselves. And I think makeup's a good thing. That's how we express ourselves as adults.
Absolutely.
Why can't they do that as well? So
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Raya. Thanks for coming in. Oh, big hugs. Oh, she's lovely. This is great. I want to buy it for me.